What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and welcome to another installment of our weekly anime newscast. As always, the links to everything I talk about are right there in the description, and if you want to recommend a news story or a video for me to talk about next week, leave it in the comments. Now, the big story of this week is again YouTube ad policies, and the question whether YouTube is now going to destroy your favorite anime YouTubers or your favorite YouTuber in general. Basically what happened is that recently YouTubers have been phased into a new ad system created by YouTube. And this system basically flags certain content as not suitable for all advertisers. This all stems from the adpocalypse back in April, I believe, where a bunch of advertisers pulled out of YouTube altogether because they realized that certain inappropriate videos with like racist material were having ads shown on them. And of course, this is only because these videos slipped through the cracks because there are millions and millions of videos on YouTube. So what YouTube did in order to get these advertisers back is they gave them an option to opt out of all content that could be considered not suitable for all advertisers. So basically anything that is too mature, too vulgar, too sexually explicit for these big companies to want to be associated with. And the fact is that your favorite anime YouTubers, some of the biggest names in the AniTube community, including Lost Paws, The Anime Man, Aki Dearest, and Giguk, are now being affected by this policy. Noble from Lost Paws made an emotional video about it last week. The Anime Man did as well, in which he said that a third of his videos have been affected. Aki Dearest made a quick video as well. I saw Giguk and other YouTubers talking about this on Twitter. So this is a huge thing now for the YouTube community, the YouTube anime community. Now here at AnimeUproar, we've actually been phased into this new system a few weeks ago, so I can tell you exactly from personal experience how the system works. Basically, the vast majority of advertisers seem to opt out of these not suitable for all advertiser videos. So what happens is that if your video is deemed not suitable for all advertisers, you're gonna be making something like 1/10 of what you should be making in revenue from if your video was not flagged as unsuitable. So of course, that is obviously a huge problem for someone trying to make a living from YouTube. And there are two big problems with this new flagging system. The first is of course censorship, and Joey talked about this at length in his video. Essentially, YouTube seems to be saying that if you want to make money on YouTube, you have to be what they call family friendly. We're not exactly sure what this means because the system seems to be working quite randomly. You never know why exactly it's flagging something as not suitable. But essentially, if you want to play it safe, let's say, you would have to stop cursing altogether. You would have to stop talking about sexually explicit content. You would have to perhaps stop talking about violence as well. So I don't know how you can talk about certain anime like, let's say, Attack on Titan and so on without talking about all these things. So this is why a lot of YouTubers, and anime YouTubers in particular, are upset, because how can you review an ecchi anime? How can you review a violent anime and still be able to make money on your video? So yes, essentially this amounts to censorship, and this is a big problem in my opinion for YouTube, because what made YouTube unique and different from conventional TV stations is that it was uncensored, is that anyone could make a video being as blunt as they wanted, talking about things that they wanted to talk about, and actually get an audience for that. Whereas on TV, if you're watching a TV network, you know that they're gonna be very sanitized. They wanna make sure that no one criticizes them, that no one files a complaint. So they're gonna, anything controversial, they're gonna take it out of the broadcast. Now you can say that YouTubers who don't care about making money can still make the kind of videos they want to make, and that is true. However, while there are quality YouTubers out there who take YouTube as just a hobby and not a job, the fact is that if they are working on YouTube and also have a full-time job somewhere else, they are most likely going to be making a lot less videos and making videos a lot less frequently than someone who is actually treating YouTube as a full-time job. So those YouTube creators who do want to make YouTube their job and want to bring out regular, frequent content to their fans are in a big dilemma now. Do they have to shift their entire approach completely? Do they have to start making completely different videos in order to become family friendly? Or do they stick to what they're doing even if they are risking potentially not being able to make ends meet and pay their bills? The other big problem is that this new flagging system doesn't even work properly. every single video that we had flagged on our channel and we requested a review for, because you now have the option to request a review, was approved. Meaning they said, yes, the system made a mistake, this video is fine for all advertisers. So clearly something is wrong here. And while it is definitely a good thing that you now have the option to request a review, because a few weeks ago you didn't even have that, the problem is that each video, when they first come out, your subscribers receive a notification as soon as a video comes out and then they watch it. So if your video is falsely flagged as unsuitable for all advertisers as soon as it comes out, for the first day or two that it takes for this review to go through, you are not going to be making money. So your subscribers are going to be watching your video, but you're not going to be making money off that video until they approve the review. And that could be 2 days later when most of the views on that video have already been gotten, so you're not making that money back. Imagine that you earn $100 a day at your 9-to-5 job. You go in one day, you earn $100. You go in the next day, you do the same amount of work, but your employer tells you, sorry, your work was deemed unsuitable for all customers, so I'm only going to pay you 10% of what I paid you yesterday. Now, you don't know what they're talking about because there's nothing wrong with your work, so you request a review, and 2 days later they get back to you and say, yeah, actually you were right. There was nothing wrong with your work. However, we're not gonna give you the money that you would have gotten because it's too late now. Those customers that were here are now gone. Your viewers on YouTube that saw the video without ads are gone. So you will not be making that money back even though you did nothing wrong and there was nothing wrong with your video. It was our mistake. So yeah, this is definitely a really difficult situation for any YouTuber trying to make a living on YouTube, because especially if you have a lot of subscribers, like 1 million subscribers like the Anime Man, Aki Dearest, Lost Paws, Misty Chronexia, and you upload a video and all your subscribers get the notification and watch in the first day or two, if this video was flagged, even if it was wrongfully flagged, and eventually upon review they approve it, you will not be making money from your own subscribers watching your videos. So definitely a really difficult situation. We'll see how it goes. Maybe YouTube will actually fix this system. I don't know, but I will keep you posted in case there's any sort of community effort to fight against this, to stand up to this. And in other non-YouTube news, a new OVA for ReZero has just been announced. And actually we've gotten a scene, a quick 2-minute scene preview from the OVA. Link to that is in the description. Now in this scene, we basically see everyone hanging out at the Roswell Manor. We see Subaru freaking out as usual, and then it turns out that he's apparently freaking out because he has to make a cake. Anyway, looks like this is gonna be filler. However, I do think that this is a good sign for Season 2. I've said this before, but I definitely think that ReZero is both popular and profitable enough to justify a second season. The only issue until recently was that the light novel did not have enough material for a full Season 2. Personally, I'm not caught up on the light novel, so I can't speak to that, but according to my boy Sol Maka's expert opinion, the light novel is just about now ready to have enough content for a full Season 2. So perhaps after this OVA, we could be looking at an announcement about a ReZero Season 2. I don't know, I would definitely like to see a Season 2 announcement soon. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to all of these characters. Let me know what you think. Is Season 2 coming soon? And if so, are you excited? The third season of Food Wars is set to premiere on October 3rd in Japan, and a new ad for the third season has just been released. I know a lot of you guys were excited about Food Wars getting another season in a previous video in which I talked about it, so you can check out this ad, link in the description. And for the first time ever, 3 men were arrested in Japan for allegedly hacking into the Weekly Shonen Jump website and leaking pages of the One Piece manga before that chapter was released. These 3 men have been charged with violating Japan's copyright laws, and apparently they have been profiting with millions of dollars from these leaks by publishing them on their own website. Now, we all know how common spoilers and leaks are in the anime and manga industry. We're getting them all the time. Dragon Ball Super spoilers for the upcoming episodes have been particularly interesting to many YouTubers here on the platform. So let me know, guys, what do you think about this? Should these guys be severely punished, or do you think that in this internet age, leaks and spoilers are bound to happen and there's nothing we can do about it? Let me know down below. As you guys might know, if you've been following the channel for a while, back a few months ago, we actually had a special episode of Rant Cafe, our weekly podcast that we do every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. where we roasted or critiqued That Anime Snob's book. Now, of course, That Anime Snob is an anime YouTuber who was actually kicked off of YouTube for playing some erotic games, and now he is posting videos to VidMe. However, I just learned that he actually started a Kickstarter to help fund the publication of that book that we critiqued on Rant Cafe. The Snob actually claims that he implemented some of my feedback from that Rant Cafe episode into the new version of the book. He says that he included more scenes with Damazis, my favorite character from the book. So yeah, if you're interested in checking out what he's up to, I will leave the link to the Kickstarter in the description. I have to say that the artwork for the book has been updated and looks really good. You got maps, you got anime-like characters that look, like I said, impressive. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I want to give a quick thank you to Salman Alufi and Yuichiro Amane for becoming the latest AnimeUproar patrons. And of course, I want to thank the rest of our patrons, including Gilgamesh, Third Strike Shanado, Christian Floor, Urbano T, Mega, and Original Inc. On top of that, I want to thank all of our past patrons. Your support really does mean a lot to us. As I said in the past, we are going to continue making videos on this channel anyway because that's what we love to do. But if you want to support our Patreon, that will allow us to spend more time making content instead of working other jobs on the side. So if you want to check out our Patreon, link in the description. And my favorite AMV for this week is an AMV called Stay Alive by a YouTuber by the name of Dragonify. This is an epic AMV that features primarily Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia with just a touch of Dragon Ball Super. And I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Definitely impressive work by a small YouTuber, so be sure to check it out and show them some love. And that is it for this week, guys. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, see ya! Space Cowboys.